Now, I realize there are some people who don't believe in evolution, of course. Of course, that doesn't stop these people from actually getting a flu shot every year, though, now does it? See, it doesn't make any sense to actually get a flu shot and not believe in evolution, because the reason you're getting the flu shot is to guard against the mutations that the flu viruses are going to undergo for that season. So see, it's actually an evolutionary process. It's all about mutation. Now, occasionally you'll get somebody to say, "Ooh, that's mutation, it's not evolution." The relationship between mutation and evolution is like spilling something on the floor and then having a spill on the floor. You cannot have one without the other. Mutation always causes evolution. It's just that a great percentage of the time that mutation is not beneficial to the species, and as a result the species dies. But evolution is mostly death anyway. Occasionally, of course, you do get that mutation that is in fact beneficial to the life form, and then it in fact evolves, and of course passes on that gene to its offspring. And that's how evolution works. If you ever get into an argument about whether or not evolution is fact or fiction, it's easy to win that argument. All you have to do is bring up the aspect of why is that dolphins have finger bones in their flippers. You don't have to know anything about dolphins. Just a little bit. This is actually a no-win situation for the creationists and an absolute win for the evolutionists. And the reason is because it represents a transitional state. Dolphins used to be land mammals tens of millions of years ago, and they of course walked around as quadrupeds, and they had finger bones and their little paws and everything, and then eventually they moved into the water in terms of evolution. And when they did, those paws basically turned into flippers, and they kept the finger bones in there, of course, for stability. But you don't have to have finger bones in your flippers for stability. Anything will work. You can have hardened muscle or cartilage, or all you gotta have is a little muscle up in here to, to make it flap around. Basically, that's all you have to do. What it means is that the animal is what it is, but it implies heavily that it used to be something else, because it is a transitional state. Now, some people might say, "Oh, but what about intelligent design? Could be intelligent design." Well, here's the deal about that, okay? I mean, you would have to have some really lazy gods, or maybe they're into recycling. I can see the gods sitting around saying, "Hey, Zeus, man, you still got those finger bones laid around from that canceled Cro-Magnon species the other day? Because I was thinking I could just maybe stick them in these dolphin flippers over here, because I'm basically a lazy bastard, and just only if you're really not going to use them." It's possible, that the gods could, have a conversation like that, I guess. The reality of it is, human beings already think in terms of evolution right now without even realizing it. I mean, whenever you hear somebody say, "When I'm at my worst, I'm at my best," that's an evolutionary statement. That's a statement that only the survival of the fittest is going to be able to make. And it means that the extremes actually are next to one another because they complement one another, because one immediately produces the other one. And you can see it all over in terms of nature. You can see it all over in terms of human society. I mean, it's always darkest before the dawn. Whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Nice guys finish last. You can even see it in real world physics, like when you pull a slingshot back, the point where it's got its most potential energy and the point where it can break are right next to each other.